up, dudes? Welcome back to another Godzilla video for the month of Godzilla. I am very excited to get into this one because this one might be a short video, but it's still a cool one, and you can see him kind of poking out right there. This is the original Godzilla figure based on the original Godzilla movie. This is by NECA Toys, and this is my only NECA Godzilla figure, so this is going to be a fun one. And I have had this guy for a long time. I got him like a couple of years ago, and he's just been here ever since. So I am very happy that I have this guy, and it's gonna be really cool to review him. He has no box, so no unboxing segment, sadly, but he does have his one accessory, which is right there. But yeah, we're gonna get right into this. We're gonna see what this guy is like, and we'll give my final thoughts and pretty much that. So like I said, there is no packaging whatsoever with this dude, so it's just going to be the figure himself, and I will say this is a gorgeous looking figure. NECA really has made quite a bit of Godzilla figures, and I honestly never really bothered with them because, you know, you have the companies like SH Monster Arts, you have Hiya Toys now, so, you know, if you want to look for Godzilla figures that are like dope in quality, you would go for those. But, you know, for a cheaper alternative for back in the day, now sadly NECA doesn't make Godzilla figures anymore, but from back in the day, you know, they were probably like, what, 30 bucks for a figure. So I think it was a pretty cheap alternative, and, you know, I think that these are really good looking for some of them. And this one was one that I definitely wanted, and I did get this one for Christmas, and this is a dope looking figure still after all this time. Of course, this is based off the 1954 movie, the original Godzilla movie from back in the day. And yeah, you can see that there is a slight problem. It's not completely accurate to the movie, but honestly, I think it has that charm to it. There's something about it that just feels right, and it just looks like a guy in a rubber suit. I mean, that's basically what this looks like, and I think that it, you know, it captures that kind of old, you know, older Godzilla charm where it just, you could tell it looks like a dude in a suit. But I think I like it. I really do like it. I do like the creases in it as well to make it look like that's like the material folding. I think it's cool. I think it's still a cool figure. It may not be accurate, but I still really like it. I know SH Monster Arts has a really good looking version that I actually really would like to get. But for now, this is a good alternative for the time being. I really do like it. I love the sculpt work on it. It's beautifully done. I really do like the head. The head sculpt is probably my favorite out of the figure. Very nice looking, and I really do like the kind of cartoonish like eyes that are just kind of, you know, bulging out right there. I think I really do like that. The dorsal plates are painted very nicely as well, and you can see the entire figure is just very nice. It's like, that's pretty much the word I'm going to be using a lot. This figure is nice to look at, and it's still really cool. It has that very nice black and white feel to it. I think I really do. I don't know why, just the white eyes just kind of stand out to me. But that probably is accurate to like a black and white movie. But yeah, I really do like the colors. It makes it look like it's black and white. I think the biggest thing that I can't complain about is probably this. You know, the flame effect piece is cool, but it has that kind of yellow hint to it, so it doesn't really match that black and white feel. But it's still really cool that we actually get a flame effect part, which I'll show you guys that in a second. But overall, the sculpting looks beautiful on this guy. The paint job, I really do like. The, you know, just like the simple colors of like the dark gray with the light gray and hints of white kind of in there a little bit. It's very, very nice. You can see that there's some dry brushing of that gray as well. Very, very nice to look at, and I just like how that's all over the figure. And you can see that if you do open the mouth here, there is a little tab at the very end of his throat. I don't know if you can see that, but you can kind of see it right into there. It's at the very back of the throat, and what you do is you take the flame effect part, put it at the you know, more pointier end, and it pretty much just slots right in there. It's very easy to kind of get in there. Of course, I struggle with it as soon as I say that. You kind of got to go at an upwards angle, And there you go. Then he's got the flame effect part, which I think looks awesome for the figure. It just looks so dope. I actually really do like it. It definitely makes the figure look more alive, and I think that just looks awesome as he terrorizes towns and stuff. I think that's really cool. For posability, the posability I actually really do like, especially just how it feels. It feels very nice. It has some kind of some like, I don't know. It's not really clicky joints, but it's got that nice feel of the way a figure should feel. So he's got two ball joints at the neck part. He's got one right here at the almost near the head, and then one at like the base of the body. So he does have a nice range of motion with the with his ball joints there. Of course, I did show you the hinge joint at the mouth, which is very, very nice. His arm can move out about that far and also can do a full rotation. He's got a swivel at the elbow with a bend as well. Doesn't go that far, but it's pretty decent. He does have swivel at the hand and also a hinge joint at the claw, which I think is really, really dope. He does have a swivel at the waist, which I think is awesome. This little spike could get in the way, but since they're all made of rubber, it doesn't really matter. So I think that's really, really cool that they did that. He also does have a nice kind of range of, side to side, up and down, besides just a swivel. He does have barely a spread, but he does have some swivel at the thighs. He has a swivel kind of at the knee area, and then he's got a swivel at the ankle, which can also kind of go up and down and sort of pivot. So posability is kind of good on the body. He does have some articulation in the tail. He's got 1 point here, 1 point here, 1 point here, and 1 point here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 points of articulation in the tail. And honestly, that's pretty much all you need. You can get it into some pretty decent curves. You also have the option of using the bendy wire at the tail, which pretty much can do a nice kind of curve like that. I'm sure you can kind of like work it out to make it how you want. But yeah, I think that's really, really cool that they actually added that. So I think that's pretty neat. So posability on this guy is pretty interesting. It's nothing crazy, but I don't think you really need to be crazy with these kind of figures. I think that this is like the perfect amount of posability, and you could kind of get them to some like action poses as well if you wanted them to do that. But yeah, that's basically the figure itself. The packaging for this figure, I'm sure, is pretty dope. Usually they have the posters, so I'm pretty sure this version had like the poster for the box and stuff, but I don't really care that I didn't get the box. It's a bummer because I do like unboxing stuff, but I think this is awesome. I think it's such a nice figure. If you guys can actually find this figure like at your toy store or something and you're just kind of debating on getting it, I would say get it because this is a very nice looking figure. I think any collection needs the original Godzilla figure from the original 1954 movie. Just because it's just such an iconic look. It was the first Godzilla ever, so if you're a big Godzilla collector, this is definitely one to have in the collection. I don't know if the SH Monster Arts is any better. I'm sure they do a lot more, but in terms of just something cheap to get, if this guy is cheap, I don't know if he's actually, he actually costs that much, but if you can get him for a pretty good deal, I would say go snag him because he is really, really dope. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say for this figure. So in terms of my overall score, I think that this figure is dope. I think the paint job is pretty much perfect. I mean, there's really nothing else you could have done with it. It's super simple, it's straightforward, so that's pretty much all you really need with this kind of figure. I think for sculpting, the sculpting is beautiful. I love the sculpt work that they did on it. For accuracy, it's not the most accurate thing ever. But honestly, I don't really care because I just, I think it still looks nice. And, in terms of like, quality, I think the quality is there. It's very, very nice to handle. He doesn't feel like he's going to fall apart. He's very nice when he poses. I just think it's awesome. If my only complaint might be his accuracy, it's a pretty solid figure. So I would say that this figure is a 4.6 out of 5. That's a couple of points just kind of go to, like, you know, the overall accuracy. Again, not accurate really at all, but I think that really shouldn't deter you for getting this figure, because I think that this figure is awesome and I highly recommend this Godzilla figure. So hopefully this video was a nice little short video for you guys. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this one. This was pretty much fun to make. It's very quick, very easy. And yeah, that's basically all I got to say for this video. So let's get on to the outro, and I will see you guys next Monday. So there you go, guys. That is the video for this figure. It's a fun figure. I am still really happy that I have this figure. There really is no faults with this figure. It's just kind of, you know, it's a good figure. There's really nothing wrong with it. Again, I think the only thing that I really would have a problem with is that it's not accurate to the movie at all. But I think it has that kind of suit-mation charm to it, you know. So that's pretty much all I got for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. Please stay tuned for more Godzilla reviews. I'm very excited to be pumping these out. And yeah, we got an interesting one for next Monday. So hope you stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. I'll see you guys in the next one.